Hello everyone, you're welcome to my channel. This is Inside Real Estate and I'm your host Lekon. Today I want to talk about some investment opportunities that are often neglected in the real estate sector. Once again, I'd like to encourage you to like and subscribe to this channel. I believe you've been enjoying the information you've been getting. When I say investment opportunities, I'm not just talking jargons. Right? In the real estate sector, people buy to flip, they buy to rent, they buy for short lets, upgrade it, urban renewals, and so on and so forth. So there are many areas you can play in when it comes to investment opportunities. But there are two that are often neglected and most people don't talk about. One of those real estate investment options is agriculture. Quick, solo, plantator, sedate, whatsoever is affixed and attached to land is also parcel and part and parcel of that land. Do you get that now? So agriculture is still a part of real estate. So how does that now work? Have you ever thought of buying those acres now instead of using the acres to start building estates? Like I was seeing on TV the other day, there's an estate that was seized in Abuja, running into hectares of land. You see massive project owned by a single individual. Money has wasted. It has been confiscated by the government. Nobody is living in it. It's not generating any returns. That is just a waste of resources. Why not buy these lands and lease it out for agricultural purposes, or buy these lands and begin agriculture on it? This is a very powerful investment aspect of real estate that is neglected by a lot of people. What we see in the urban centers is people buying land for estate projects. Nobody is talking about buying lands and leasing out for agricultural purposes. There are hectares in the rural areas. That you are a landlord doesn't mean it has to be of a property that people have to live in. And do land banking, you buy this land and then lease it out, or yourself go into farming. And then you are cashing out from farming, you are cashing out from the rent. But I'll encourage that you buy this land and then lease it out. It is worth it. Okay, there are many farms out there, there are many startups out there, there are many people who want to have a vineyard, they want to have a land vegetation of some sort, a plantation even. So you can look into these things. The second one is looking at retirement homes. Okay, so I've talked about agriculture, now I'm talking about retirement homes. I got this article from Business Day. I would like to read something to you from there. Investors seeking green fields that harbor opportunity for good yields. Retirement and care homes offer such opportunity, and it is largely untapped in Nigeria, according to a new report. There is a general lack of adequate enclosed retirement communities for the elderly. Opportunities in the retirement/care homes, which are largely untapped, also arise from the 2014 reform in the Pension Fund Administration Scheme. This scheme, that is that PFAS, guarantees stable retirement income for the elderly and provides the necessary cash flow to fund this lifestyle. So, can you see it? Old people by the PFAS are earning. So why not create where they will use that money? Most of us have aged parents, and because of the way life is right now, and as they are in their golden years, you need them to be in a place where they are counting their days in peace, away from trouble and stress. All right, that is the idea behind creating an estate or creating a place that is catering to old people alone. Now, beyond the PFAS, most of these old people have children, have relatives that will be looking for places where their elderly ones and their aged ones can be taken care of, and are willing to pay money for it. So even if there is no PFAS, there are people that will shoulder that responsibility. Now, for the real estate investor, I think it's high time you looked into it. Create an estate that caters to just old people. It doesn't have to be apartments. It could just be single rooms. It could be studio apartments, because it's an elderly person, just the elderly person, and probably his care worker, or the elderly person And then the estate care worker will be coming from time to time, like nurses, to check them within the estate there. So just build a little community for elderly people and charge them for it. It will have 24 hours power, have water, service estate, but just for the elderly people. In fact, if you are not at retirement age, you cannot even access such a place. Do you get what I'm saying now? This kind of concept will really fetch you returns on investment. Because based on what we are seeing here, if you go further down, Nigeria's population ages 65 years and above fluctuated substantially in recent years. It tended to decrease through the 1971 to 2020 period, ending at 2.7% in 2020, which is about 5.4 million aged people, right? Now, look at what it says next. Now, it says, with the largest population in Africa, estimated at 200 million, Nigeria has an elderly projected population growth rate of 3.2%, and this rate has been estimated to double by 2050. So if you begin to plan yourself now, by 2050, you'll be cashing out. Do you get what I'm saying now? Even before then, because these are projections. So even before then, you'll be cashing out. But why not sit down and look at, because we've seen too many residential schemes, housing here, housing, and there are many houses and nobody's living in them right now. This is a neglected place. So you're looking to invest. What do I want to do in the real estate sector? How can I enter into the real estate sector? Have you thought about investing in the development of retirement homes for the elderly, where it will be state of the art? It has its in-house doctors, in-house nurses, 24 hours power supply, maximum security, just like it's done in the advanced world. All the people need to do is take their parents there or take their aged ones there and drop them off, and then be paying whatever needs to be paid. I want to summarize. On one side, agricultural investment has been neglected. On the other side now, what hasn't even been tapped yet is retirement and care homes for the elderly. It is time for us to sit down and let our creativity kick in. It's not just because you have this money, you're dropping it there, or because you feel like building something. No, sit down and be strategic about it. And I bet you'll be counting your way to being in Forbes as some of the world's wealthiest people out there. Did this content help you? Now, if you love what you heard, I once again like to encourage you to like and subscribe to this channel. Now, there are intricacies, obviously, when it comes to the stats, when it comes to the breakdown, the proposals and all that. These are two areas that are being neglected as we speak. And there is a market for both of them. Once again, I remain your humble host, Lekon. This is Inside Real Estate. Like and subscribe to the channel. All right. Thank you and bye for now.